At the top of Icecrown Citadel, the Lich King still guards one of World of Warcraft's most legendary mounts, Invincible. Every week, we return for one more chance to claim it.
There is no light, only darkness.
This is our first run of Icecrown Citadel. The raid is set to 25-player heroic. The collection is almost empty, and at the top of the Citadel, the Lich King is waiting with one chance at Invincible. Let's begin. We start in the lower spire, with Lord Marrowgar guarding the first hall of the Citadel. The fight is over quickly now, but this is where every ICC run begins. The first boss falls, and the climb toward the frozen throne has officially started. Next up is Lady Deathwhisper. The Cult of the Damned once served the Lich King from this chamber, raising new soldiers and spreading his influence through Northrend. Today, she is another step deeper into Icecrown Citadel. After Deathwhisper, we reach one of the most memorable parts of the entire raid, the gunship battle. This encounter is not really about difficulty anymore. It is about atmosphere. Two gunships fighting above Icecrown, cannons firing across the frozen sky, enemies boarding the deck, and the Citadel still waiting ahead. Even after all these years, this part still feels different from almost every other raid encounter in the game. With the gunship cleared, we move forward to Deathbringer Saurfang. This fight carries more story weight than most bosses in the raid. Once known as Dranosh Saurfang, he fell at the Wrathgate and was raised by the Lich King as one of his servants. For this run, he marks the end of the lower spire. The first section of Icecrown Citadel is complete. Now we move into the Plague Works. Festergut and Rotface are first, two experiments created inside the plague laboratories of the Citadel. This wing has a completely different feeling from the entrance halls. Less military, more twisted science, disease, and unstable creations. Festergut falls first, then Rotface, and at the end of the Plague Works, we find Professor Putricide. His room is still one of the most recognizable places in Icecrown Citadel, filled with plague, experiments, and chaos. This fight used to be much more involved, but today we are here for the clear, the collection, and the weekly chance waiting at the top. Putricide is down. The Plague Works are complete. Next, we enter the Crimson Hall. The Blood Prince Council is waiting first. Three fallen princes sharing their power, guarding the path deeper into the hall. This part of the raid changes the tone again. The plague laboratories are behind us, and now Icecrown becomes darker, colder, and more royal. Above them waits Blood Queen Lanathel. The room still looks incredible, and the entire wing feels different from the rest of the Citadel. Less plague, more dark royal horror. Lanathel falls, and another wing is complete. Only the Frostwing halls remain before the final climb. Valithria Dreamwalker is different from most encounters in Icecrown Citadel. Originally, this was not about killing the boss. It was about saving her. A green dragon, captured and used by the Scourge, trapped inside the frozen halls of the Citadel. Once the encounter is finished, only one guardian remains before the frozen throne, Sindragosa. Even now, Sindragosa still feels like one of the most iconic bosses in the entire raid. The room, the landing, the frost, the scale of the fight. This is where the run starts to feel close to the end. She was once the prime consort of Malygos, later raised by Arthas as a frost worm, and placed here as one of the final guardians of Icecrown Citadel. Sindragosa is down. Every wing of the raid has been cleared. Only one boss remains. Now we take the final teleport, the Frozen Throne. This is the reason we came here. The Lich King is the final boss of Icecrown Citadel, and on 25-player heroic, he has the chance to drop Invincible. The fight itself may be short today, but this moment is the entire point of the run. One boss, one loot window, one chance. Our first run ends here. Let's see if the Lich King gives us Invincible.
Father,
Is it over?
At long last. No king rules forever, my son.
I see. Only darkness before me.
Without its master's command, the restless scourge will become an even greater threat to this world. Control must be maintained. There must always be a Lich King.
The weight of such a burden. It must be mine, for there is no other.
Tyrion! You hold a grim destiny in your hands, brother. But it is not your own.
Bolvar! By all that is holy.
The dragon's flame seal my fate. The world of the living can no longer comfort me. Place the crown upon my head, Tyrion. Forevermore, I will be the jailer of the damned.
No, old friend. I cannot.
Do it, Tyrion! You and these brave heroes have your own destinies to fulfill. This last act of service is mine.
You will not be forgotten, brother.
I must be forgotten, Tyrion. If the world is to live free from the tyranny of fear, they must never know what was done here today. Tell them only that the Lich King is dead, and that Bolvar Dragon died with him. Now, go. Leave this place, and never return.
No Invincible today. The Lich King keeps the reins for now, and our first run of Icecrown Citadel ends without the mount. But that is how this farm works. One clear at a time, one chance each week. And sooner or later, this throne will have to give us what we came for. Before we leave, here is the collection progress from this run. Next time, we return for run number 2. Thanks for watching, and if you want to follow the hunt for Invincible along with our Loremaster Journey, subscribe so you do not miss the next chapter. I'll see you in the next video.